Hello everyone, welcome to Eye to Eye with me, Galvin Berkeley. On today's show we will be discussing the latest developments in a missing baby case. And we'll have the latest on that. And we also have a report from the Associated Press. And as well, we'll be talking about the proposed name, the street name change of Prospect Avenue. And what did you think on Facebook with our poll? Which way did you vote? We'll share the results with you in just a bit. And as well, the Kansas City, Missouri School District has more news leaning down its back. And that is, they have an audit. Yes, the audit does not look bad, but there are some hot things to look at from this audit. So we'll share that with you in just a bit. But first, let's get into the Lisa Ivan case. It was reported that she was missing at 10:30 Monday in October. At the beginning of October, on a Monday at 10:30 at night. She was not seen in her crib. She was not seen in her crib after that time. But we have a synopsis of what has went on in her case, and we'll talk more. And this is from the Associated Press.
With their investigation into the disappearance of a 10-month-old girl now into its 7th day, police say they are trying everything they can to find Lisa Irwin. Sunday, investigators climbed through a window that her parents say had been tampered with on the night she went missing. Irwin's parents reported her missing last Tuesday after her father returned home from work. They say someone must have crept into their home while the child's mother and brothers were asleep and snatched the baby girl.
I woke up and he came home and he said, "She's not in a crib." And I said, "What do you mean she's not in a crib?" And I just knew, something was really wrong. And we're running around the house and we're screaming for her, and she was nowhere.
For 2 days after her disappearance, Irwin's parents stopped cooperating with police before sitting down with investigators again on Saturday. But it's unclear what was discussed. Investigators have searched the family's neighborhood, nearby woods, sewers, and a Kansas landfill.
We've received over 250 tips and leads up to this point. We've chased down the ones that have things that actually have something to chase down. And again, I have to say the same thing. Unfortunately, none of them have led to anything good. Investigators say they have no suspects at this point, and no arrests have been made. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
This story of Lisa's disappearance does not add up. It does not stack up to me. Someone knows something. First of all, someone knows something, and they're not willing or wanting to tell. But something is going to come to the light. It always happens, and it will happen today. But do I think the justice system is fair? Not a chance. They're never fair. And like my economic teacher says, we have a legal system, not a justice system. And what is opposite of this show? An eye for an eye. So if you've seen that show, you can kind of tell what I think the justice system should be like. So, I don't get how people just don't know. Someone knows something in this case. But this story has been made a national headline across the nation, and even there was a speculation that Lisa's mother could be going to jail, and I don't know if it's true or not. We're trying to sort through that, and we will have more information. But I do want to share this with you. My producers are screaming in my ear now. All right, we're gonna pop up the graphic or what, people? Okay, now here's a description of baby Lisa, and I'm going to pull it up here on my computer, so just give me just a second, because they have my script online, and I have got to get it online, so I'm sorry, just give me just a minute to find my script. Where is it at, Bill? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, why my script is popping up. If you know any information about the whereabouts of Lisa Ivan, you need to call the TIPS hotline, which is 816-474-TIPS. Again, that is 816-474-TIPS. If you have any valuable information that you can share with the tipsters from the Crime Stoppers TIPS hotline. So please be sure, if you know anything or if you have any details, no matter how big or small, please share it with them. And we'll show that number and her picture again towards the end of the broadcast today. But here's the, okay, where is it at? Down. And are you going to pop this on the, okay. Give me just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the description of baby Lisa Ivan. She has eyes that are white with blue. She has white with blue. She has blue eyes. Should I say? I don't know who typed that one out. She has blue eyes, blonde hair, is 30 inches tall with 2 bottom teeth. She has a bite mark underneath her left ear, a beauty mark on her outer right thigh. She has a cough. She has a cold with a cough, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And she was last seen wearing purple shorts with a purple shirt with white kittens on the shirt. So that is just a description that we have right now. If anything changes, we will be sure to let you know either on mrgalvin.webs.com or on later editions or later shows of Eye to Eye. Now, moving on to the next story. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I just belched. We are going to be talking about the latest change, the proposed name change of Prospect Avenue. It is proposed to be changed to Martin Luther King Avenue. And this was a drive from Councilman Jeremy Reed. And as you can tell on this next report from the NBC affiliate KSHB TV, they talked to one business owner to see how he feels about it, and he doesn't feel too strong about this proposal.
So far this year, 6 people have been killed on Prospect Avenue, including 2 men yesterday afternoon. Now, Kansas City Councilman Jermaine Reed wants to change the street's name. Beth Vaughn is live to explain. Krista, if Councilman Jermaine Reed had his way, these street signs wouldn't say Prospect Avenue, they'd say Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. He announced today at a press conference his new initiative, which starts with a name change. Reed believes having a street named after Dr. King here in Kansas City would change the attitudes of those who travel one of the city's most dangerous streets. He says his proposed change is the first step in building the area up economically and ridding these streets of crime. Reporters asked for more tangible examples of how he plans to do that, but Reed simply said that it will take the cooperation of the entire community to get this change taken care of. He says it's going to start by going door to door, spreading his message next week.
Are you going to rid crime because you change the name even with economic? No. But I think what you do is you reduce that crime and you make people much more conscious, aware of themselves and others.
Anything dealing with Dr. King is going to have an impact in a black community. But Dr. King is not the issue. The issue is modern day.
That man, Kenneth Scott, he's a business owner in this complex right behind me here. He took real issue with Reed's plan today, Jermaine Reed's plan. He says he's grown up in this community and it'll take more than a new street sign to make those changes that Reed wants to make. We're live in Kansas City. Beth Vaughn, NBC Action News.
Now, I'm going to talk to you a little briefly about this because I'm not going to waste my time. I think some of you already know what I'm going to say. A name change to Prospect Avenue. Now, don't get me wrong, Martin Luther King has done a lot of good things, and as well, we're still fighting to be equal as black folks. We're still trying to fight segregation, well, not segregation, a little discrimination in the workplace, discrimination for any opportunities that are out there. And honestly, do you think changing a name to a street is going to reduce crime? Do you think it's going to bring jobs within that area? Do you think it's going to benefit us economically here in Kansas City? No, it is not. And Kansas City has Jeremy Reed, with all due respect, you need to get the crime. Let's focus on crime and economics first before we change a name. Then let's change a name. Let's change a street name. Now, in a black community, Martin Luther King is very, very significant. Or should I say, very important. He's important to our history, and he's important to our heritage. But let me tell you, a street name, no, not right now. And here's a little fact, and my producers gave me a little side note. As well, in the South, Martin Luther King Drive, Boulevard, whatever you call it at the end, that's what it is. That changing the name to his name really didn't make any difference. And as well, they're known for crimes on these streets that are named Martin Luther King Boulevard in the southern states. So I don't know where they're coming up with this crock of bull from. Somebody needs to use some common sense. Their elevator, as my mother would tell me, their elevator ain't going to the top at City Hall, especially Jeremy Reed's elevator. It's not going all the way up there. But I hope that his gets up there very soon. I don't know about this one. I think you ought to not just don't change your name until you see some results in reducing crime and bolstering up jobs and economic development in that area of Prospect. Now, all of you, and this is no surprise, y'all voted with me, and I voted as well on the website. Then most of you voted a name change would not be a big benefit to Prospect Avenue. It would not be. It wouldn't have a benefit to that. There's no benefits coming for that. And we all know that living here in Kansas City. I'm in Kansas City. I'm a native of Kansas City. If you read my background on Facebook, and we'll also have it on the website very soon. We're working on that. So, like I said, we're slowly developing on the website. So, all right, moving to the next story, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the Kansas City, Missouri School District has more news on its plate, and that is an audit. But this audit that we looked at as a staff here on Eye to Eye is no big surprise, but there has been a surprise that they couldn't account for money in assets that belong to the school district, such as gift cards, trophies, iPods, DVD players that were supposed to be awarded to students for academics and athletic achievement and so forth. And that is not that the district cannot account for it. But the interim superintendent says that they are working on that issue, and we'll get the story straight, but I don't know if they're going to work on it. And we're trying to get so I can kind of tell you in detail what has been going on, but I don't think I'm going to get it. Okay, is this one it? Okay, yeah, it is. Now, this is an audit from Thomas, I cannot say his name, Siege. Thomas A. Siege, if I said his name, I probably butchered his last name, so I want to apologize, which is the state auditor here in Missouri. This is one of the recommendations. I'm going to find it here if we can get to it. But anyhow, the school district has to keep record of the assets, property that they have. And another recommendation is to sell the schools that are closed, so that way they don't have to. Keep paying for the schools. But no one's going to pay for the schools. No one wants the schools. But and you can read the audit for yourself. Just log on. Just Google it. The Kansas City, Missouri School District audit, our 2011 audit, and you can get it from there. Now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have had technical difficulties. That's how come we haven't been on the air for so long. So we've been trying to work out those technical difficulties because we got new high definition. I'm talking to you in 1080p in high definition. So we are working through those issues with our graphics and everything. In addition, okay. But, you know, those are the highlights I wanted to point out. But you can read the audit for yourself online. Just Google it up. School district needs to do better. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And this is audit is not no big red flags, but it has some flags in it that you need to look at. And you know. And as well, they also have, they cannot account for food that was purchased for meetings and gatherings and so forth on that front. So I don't know what's going on in this school district. What are they doing? So you as the parents and the consumers and the taxpayers, you have to demand more from your school district. And the reason why I'm just too through with Kansas City in a way. I'm through with it. Another thing says back there, I know the logo says Eye to Eye Kansas City, but I'm through with Kansas City. They don't know how to act. And that is my opinion. So if you don't like it, guess what? There's a whole bunch of other videos that you can watch on YouTube that can highlight your day. So go right ahead. But, you know, that's just how I feel. You know, take control and be organized. And that's the only thing that I've said throughout the 4 shows. Well, now I'm making it the 5th show. But the 4 shows that we did here on Eye to Eye. Be responsible and accountable for what you're doing. Stop acting crazy. Stop spending money that you do not have to spend. And as well in the audit, it also lists grants and funding that the state of Missouri, federal government, also gave to the school district. So, I tell you, I'm going to be through with the Kansas City, Missouri School District for a while. So, if there's any new details, you're going to hear it later on. You're not going to hear it when it happens. I'm just through with that. So, that's it. I tell you, this has been an action-packed week here on Eye to Eye. We've been trying to get technology put together the graphics that you see on the screen in the control room. We've been having problems with that. We've been having news headlines happening to us. And, you know, but going ahead to my final word, because my producer is yelling at me in my ear. This presidential race with the Republicans, what are they doing? Not anything. And I really don't like Kane. I do not like Kane's plan. I do not like Kane's idea. I don't like any of them's idea, frankly. And no, it ain't because, frankly, I'm just going to be honest, I don't like the Republicans because they are so about filling their own pockets. And they're so much about not getting the issue straight. At least Democrats try to get the issue straight. They are about getting the house in order. Education. Economic stuff. Necessities, basically. And these Republicans, they are always trying to dog out Obama, President Obama. And I think enough is enough. Put a plan of what you're going to do up towards the people. Let the people decide. Stop putting on, where we going to get Obama? He's a one-term president. We're going to get him out. We're going to slaughter him. We're going to fly him out the office. We're going to show him who's boss. You know what? If you're so doggone crazy about getting him out, if I was Obama, I would tell you a thing or two and tell you you can have this crazy ass office. Excuse my French, but that's what I really think. But that's just me. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I thank you for watching Eye to Eye, and we'll see you back here on the next Eye to Eye. And don't forget to have an Eye to Eye conversation. Have a good day. And don't forget to visit MrGalvin.com. Bye-bye.